Hello, hello. I just want to jump in and say I am well aware that the hype versus Min Heejin battle is going on right now. We're live witnessing them fight each other, and there is in no way I am intending to dick ride Min Heejin. I have pre-written this script like before last Christmas. Actually, I was just too lazy to complete it. This script is so long and I procrastinate. I tend to procrastinate. I procrastinate a lot, but anyways, and for you guys, I always see SM stands and like New Jeans stands fighting about who plagiarized New Jeans. This group plagiarized New Jeans. I need y'all to stop because you are giving. Now that we know Min Hee-jin is aware everybody's trying to copy her, stop. Stop giving her the ego. The ego because she is well aware that every company is copying New Jeans. So, if you did not know, Min Hee-jin was also a creative director in SM, like the longest time. Allegedly, she was burned out and got out of the company, and then started new in Adore, and then New Jeans debuted, and then here we go, another lawsuit. Okay, I'm not intending to discuss about the lawsuit, but like everything just makes sense now. In no way I am in support of her. Anyways, let's get into the video.
Being released a year and 4 months ago, Ditto has catapulted NewJeans into a new height of fame and stardom. In fact, their song Hype Boy had just gone more viral exactly a month before the release of Ditto. Although not being a super bright, cheerful, and punchy K-pop hit per se, NewJeans still managed to steal the hearts of millions, even outside of their fandom, the Bunnies. It became their second most streamed song on Spotify as of now, just behind OMG, and has garnered hundreds of millions of views on YouTube. Well, the real music video itself, which has two sides or two versions, has only accumulated about 63 million views, while the performance video itself has about 134 million views. Why? My theory is that these two music videos have a total of 10 minutes of runtime and are story-based videos, which do not give the viewers a seamless listening experience, which led them to opt for the performance video that provides them with the music playing continuously and also the full choreography. What can I say? Our generation's attention span is so fucked. Not only shooting them up high into a new level of fame, Ditto has also changed the trajectory of modern K-pop. From its atmospheric sound, its nostalgic aesthetics, its full-fledged cinematic experience of music videos, to its marketing or rollout tactics, it has been repurposed by the industry left, right, up, and down. For instance, the first thing on top of my head right now is that a lot of K-pop idols use the term Ditto cam to talk about camcorders. Directed by Shin Woo-seok, Ditto was treated into two music videos, Side A and Side B. These music videos actually tell two different point of views of our main character, Ban Hee-soo. You can get the full explanation and in my opinion the best interpretation of these videos on Hyeotiful's video, the one with millions of views. Yeah, that one. So, here's a little short summary. A little TLDR for the video. What's the most universally agreed upon interpretation of the Ditto music videos is that it tells the story of the relationship between us, K-pop fans, represented by Ban Hee-soo, the faceless girl who holds the camcorder, with the idols, in this case NewJeans, themselves. Side A presents a story about escapism and hope. Our main character, Ban Hee-soo, constantly records and follows NewJeans around the school, giving her the escape that she needs to go through her own trying times, symbolized by her casted left arm. As their distance gets closer, the NewJeans girls and Hee-soo bond over decorating her arm cast with nail polish, napping together on the school couch, and even playing in Hee-soo's room. Interacting with NewJeans physically definitely gives Hee-soo some sort of happiness, knowing that they acknowledge her and her loneliness, giving her a sense of hope. A false hope, if you will. Just like probably most of K-pop fans out there, we definitely got into K-pop as a form of escapism. Well, at least the majority of us, to run away from our reality. We start to listen to our idols' music, obsessively watch their contents on YouTube, TikTok, you name it. We start buying physical copies of their albums, we attend concerts, and ultimately, fan meetings, to interact with our idols face to face. Well, not me though, I've never joined any fan meetings, but this escapism can of course turn into an unhealthy obsession, a yearning to get closer and closer to your idol that you start to lose your sense of reality. You'll try to avoid reality anytime you can, symbolized by Jisoo's alleged love interest, a short-haired guy that she caught on camera while recording the NewJeans girls dancing, and the lovely cameo, Mr. Deer, our reality check guy. Side B presents a story of despair and change. As you can see from the ending of Side A, there's no NewJeans surrounding Ban Jisoo. Her arm cast is white as snow, she is actually sleeping alone on the couch, and she is recording a non-existent being through her camcorder. Waking up to her reality, she realizes that her lowest moments still exist outside of her devotion towards NewJeans. Everything that happened in Side A has turned into a hard pill to swallow. But like a greatly written piece of cinema would do, of course, Jisoo has her own resolution. Side B also highlights her willingness to address her pain and reality. She does not pick up Minji's call. She decides to interact with the short-haired guy, and she throws her camcorder from the top of her school building. Her teenage storyline ends with her reconciling with the deer one last time, followed by her going home, walking with that guy. The video ends with grown-up Jisoo playing back all of her VHS tapes full of videos of NewJeans, smiling knowing that that period of her life existed. They helped her to go through her lowest points during high school, although parasocial, and also remembering how she got herself back up to face her own reality. Well, the theory was not a reach after all. As director Shin Woo-seok said in an interview with Melon magazine, he shared how he drew on his personal experience to direct the bittersweet narrative that is akin to cheering a favorite football team. He revealed that he wanted to break away from the standardized framework that most music videos seem to follow, as evident with the real-life narration storyline and the usage of tons of camcorder footages. Very anti-K-pop. Choosing to shoot the Ditto music video the way he did with the intention of his storyline in the style of documentary films actually worked perfectly well. As it turned out, everybody and their mothers raved about Ditto. As one of the main appeals of this rollout, the camcorder has become and still is the cultural zeitgeist. In the videos, the VHS tape is almost exclusively used to show the 5 main characters' activities surrounding school and the neighborhood, presenting shaky motions, casual close-up shots of the girls' expressions and emotions as the camera is handheld by Ban Jisoo. These creative decisions can be meant for different types of interpretations. Whether he wanted a subjective shot from the 6th girl, a heightened intensity of the moments made by the 5 girls, or an intimacy to connect the main characters to the audience. In this case, he took advantage of all 3. In these videos, you see a direct point of view of the 5 girls, you feel the rush when they run in the hallway, you feel the humor of the sticky notes prank. You can see that this handheld shooting method was applied with significance to the whole story, while the cinematic shot is mostly used to determine the existence of this faceless 6th girl. Subtle nods to her growing interest towards a guy, and the rest is for focused, sometimes slow-motioned beauty shots of the NewJeans members. On the surface, this music video might just be a montage of the lives of these 6 middle school girls having fun, some cute 2000s nostalgia-themed video, but if you pay attention to the ending scenes of the music video, there is more than meets the eye. Leaving multiple ambiguous storylines open for audience's interpretation, this video is a great example of how NewJeans' music videos are game-changing. Mainstream K-pop music videos are now starting to change tones and storylines into real-life scenarios containing a little bit more quote-unquote moral of the story, and even include acting sequences from the idols themselves. Remember when Shin Woo-seok said he revealed that he wanted to break away from the standardized framework that most music videos seem to follow, as evident with the real-life narration storyline and the usage of tons of camcorder footages? Exactly. This is most likely due to the fatigue of the overly saturated market of K-pop music videos with the over-the-top fictional storylines and unrelatability. That was a mouthful. And what do you do to stand out in this market? You go against it. Become the antithesis. NewJeans being the pioneer of this movement just makes a lot of sense. If we take a look at NewJeans' videography, their music videos have been so story-based since their debut, really. Now, I'm not saying that NewJeans invented using camcorder, story-based and acting in music videos, but they did revive and amplify this system of creative direction. Camcorder has been used in K-pop music videos in a lot of times, but it hasn't been utilized to take the center stage of other groups' rollouts until NewJeans deliberately did so. No K-pop music video had ever been bold enough to display roughness and vulnerability on a level that would only exist on cinema until Ditto came. After that, everybody is now an actor on their music videos. Which is great, I have nothing against it, but I do have an ick with these post-Ditto music videos. You have to have a real existing storyline that people will care about. Something that is poignant enough to evoke the audience's emotions. No, you don't have to completely rip off Ditto's premise. Just make a good, impactful storyline, add symbolisms. What I mean by this, don't be so direct about everything, so people will also be invested in the lore. And be bold and consistent about your creative decisions. I hate it when these companies are only brave enough to make film-like cinematic videos for their group's comeback trailer and never their main music videos. What is the point of that? What is the point of that? All you're doing is killing the hype and interest that you've built and create disappointment out of everybody. And you know what? Seoggi actually had done this tactic just before Ditto. You know, everybody was scared. Everybody was decoding the Easter eggs and horrors behind the 28 Reasons trailer. Everybody was talking about it, and they decided to kill the vibe with just some okay, cute music video. There are some great scenes, alongside some dirty studio floors and cheap CGI. And they completely ignored the girl from nowhere school storyline and outfits, the car explosion and shotgun storyline, the trimming nails at night superstition storyline, and everything else. I am so sad thinking about it. 28 Reasons could have been a hit. Like, we could have had it all. We could have had it all. The music video could have been a hit. Lastly, they expanded the lore of Banhisu by creating a personal YouTube channel where all the VHS footages were uploaded. Nobody from the NewJeans company announced anything about it. The channel just naturally and mysteriously emerged to YouTube, like she's a real normal person, just putting out the memories out on the platform. I love it. I love the expansion. And you know who tried to rip it off? In the end of the day, NewJeans also do take major inspirations from other arts or artists too. For instance, Ditto, the song itself, feels or is inspired by a Korean science fiction romance film with the same name released back in 2000. The methods of cinematography of the Ditto video can directly be linked to All About Lily Shushu, a Japanese experimental crime drama film released in 2001. And the most recent viral discovery, everybody found out that the Attention music video took major inspirations from the music video of a J-pop group called Speed for their song Body and Soul, 1997. See, it's a cycle. Everything is so cyclical. It's just a matter of who has the brightest idea or the best curation of taste. K-pop's 90s and neo Y2K culture are heavily influenced and pioneered by NewJeans, while NewJeans' 90s and Y2K DNA are heavily influenced by J-pop, Pink Panthers, and Erika de Cassier. Art inspires art. Somebody's gonna have to be the first one to start it. Or else, K-pop, an ever-changing and ever-evolving industry, will be stagnant, and that's not good. Now, let's get into the history portion of this video for a little bit. NewJeans, consisting of 5 Gen Zs, came into the scene without subscribing into the girl crush trend. They did not fixate on the rebellion against the male gaze and the conceptualization of criticism, but instead focused on the emotional growth of women themselves during their teenage years, highlighting the attention to the different individual perceptions of women themselves, bringing the fans into the concept and looking at themselves as teenagers or as they are now. Of course, each fan will have different perspective about personal growth, but the essence is the changes brought about by adolescence, so the fans can generate more sense of participation and immersion. Take the Attention music video as an example. The video focuses on the lifestyle of the girls of Gen Z, presenting the vibrance of their lifestyle, such as being attached to their cell phones, being keen on social media, shopping with friends, putting on makeups, attending live music stages, and etc. It's just like a replica of the daily life of Gen Z. While Ditto takes the fans back to their high school days. As shown in the video, high school girls running happily in the hallway, laughing and joking in the classroom, riding bikes with classmates on the way out of school, confused about relationships and longing for friends. In the video, NewJeans presents a portrait of high school girls, which not only resonates with Gen Z fans, the biggest target market of K-pop, but also reminds the preceding generations who have experienced the teenagers of the Ditto music video characters. This means NewJeans rollouts take advantage of one of the biggest marketing strategies right now, nostalgia. It is no secret that NewJeans plays a big role in the neo Y2K renaissance in the K-pop zeitgeist. I don't want to say Y2K because you people have been misinterpreting it for just everything early to mid-2000s, really, when it's actually strongly connected with the idea of futurism between 1997 until 2004. Okay? I'll just call it neo Y2K. Them and Red Velvet definitely play big roles on this trend. From their articles of clothing on stages and music videos to the usage of graphic designs that are reminiscent of that specific period of time. And now, the famous Ditto cam. The early 2000s is now a big part of their identity. The Y2K everything or neo Y2K trends came back into the mainstream in recent years due to the economic shutdown and social panic over the course of the COVID-19 pandemic. This time around, it came with more Gen Z overtones. People reminisce about the uneventful life and colorful entertainment before the pandemic began, but also imagine a future where the pandemic has fully dissipated. If the previous Y2K back in 97 until 2004 was motivated by the fear of the millennium bug problem, this generation of Y2K, or neo Y2K, is more carefully designed and manufactured. Vivid, highly saturated colors and futuristic technology are key elements of the Y2K style, reflecting the vitality and creativity within people. Overturning the dull and dreary past with positive optimism, the aesthetic elements of the new century and the future world are highlighted with colorful colors, reflecting the psychology of people who wish to usher in change. Now, the Ditto music video does not necessarily reflect the best of this Y2K description because very obviously there's nothing futuristic or technologic about it, outside of like the camcorder. But the continuation from Ditto to the neo Y2K vomit concept of OMG does feel like they're overturning the dull and dreary past with positive optimism. highlighting the aesthetic elements of the new century and the future world with colorful colors, reflecting the psychology of people who wish to usher in change. Not only did Ditto become the aesthetic mood board for everybody, its sound has also become the mood board for the late modern K-pop music soundscape. People all across the internet have enjoyed the fuck out of this song and asked, wow, this song is something else. Very nostalgic and warming. I wonder if there are other K-pop songs like Ditto. Of course, the feeling of falling in love with someone and not being sure if they are reciprocating the same feeling is universally relatable. Hence, Ditto, without a doubt, has the charms that appeal to everyone. And beyond that, this song has a structure and production style that is very pivotal for this new age of K-pop. Yi Ho-hyung, whose stage and producer name is 250, is the man behind the production of Ditto. He has quite the portfolio with NewJeans before Ditto, as he is basically the main producer for every song on NewJeans' self-titled debut mini-album, except Cookie. His works within the K-pop scene also include NCT 127 and ITZY that predate his breakthrough with NewJeans. His production in K-pop are still pretty much not that many. As he once said, I'm interested in finding the characteristics or cliches that can define a genre, and I enjoy mixing them with those of other genres of music. You can tell that he clearly had fun producing this song. Ditto might be minimalistic on the surface, but if you dive in and try to identify the song's production elements, you'll find an eclectic and atmospheric mix of pop and R&B mixed with all sorts of breakbeat from a little bit of Atlanta bass, the pulsing beats of Baltimore club, the doom 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 doom, and the one prominent beat pattern that is not really on the pattern of drum and bass, not quite on the East Coast club, basically not quite like any breakbeat that has ever been identified of. I think it's just his invention, 250's invention of beat patterns. If you listened to his album Bong, you'd understand that he is actually such a unique and talented producer. He is kind of crazy. The man knows how to make hits that incorporate weird musical production. Bong, 250's debut album, is named after the genre Bongjak, an offshoot of Korea's soulful throat genre that tends to be more upbeat and feature electronic sounds. 250's energized take on the genre on Pong manages to infuse Trot's characteristic yearning nostalgia with updated touches of humor and vitality, qualities that spill into his K-pop production too. Okay, back to the breakbeat production I was talking about earlier. Breakbeat emerged during the 90s to early 2000s club scene. This also makes sense since one of 250 Lee Ho-hyung's biggest musical inspirations is Timbaland. If you know Timbaland, his production was also crazy weird. My favorite production of his has got to be Aaliyah's self-titled. Although not every track was produced by him, but the ones done by him are bizarre and great. Yoo Sung-eun from the South Korean music webzine Music Y said that the song's rhythm evokes 2000s Japanese Shibuya Kei artists such as Free Tempo and Daishi Dance, whereas its atmosphere reminisces The Weeknd's alternative R&B track Die For You, 2016. If that was really the case, it kinda does make sense since Die For You was also going viral at the time, around the time Ditto was released. So, the song structure of Ditto, it is prefaced by Hyein's hoo hoo over a synth line that in my opinion is the key to the whole dreamy atmosphere of the song. It's pretty much there the entire song. Then Honey kicks off the song by singing the chorus accompanied with the unidentified breakbeat beat that I was talking about earlier. This beat does not fit the criteria of any breakbeat genre in existence, such as drum and bass, UK garage, East Coast club, etc, etc. And that's what I think makes this song feels one of a kind. Many have tried to replicate, and all of them pretty much failed to take the essence out of this song. At this rate, you can already see why the song will be interesting since it doesn't use the common verse 1, chorus 1, verse 2, chorus 2 bridge formula, and because of its unconventional yet subdued production. The next thing happening is Herin singing the first verse, which comes with the Baltimore Club beat, adding a layer to the whole production line. And then there are some snaps on the pre-chorus. Then the production continues through the chorus until it takes some break on the second verse and pick back up one by one on the second chorus. Ultimately, Hyein concludes the song with her iconic hoo 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 line once again, while the production line stops one by one. This style of production and song structure has birthed many songs in K-pop. Not only those who aim for the same mellow and bittersweet characteristics, but it also introduced the breakbeat genre into a larger audience of K-pop. The Baltimore and Jersey clubs, as well as the drum and bass, you name it. Whether they're taking into a harsher, more aggressive sound like Le Sserafim's Eve Psych and the Bluebeard's Wife, or the sweet and cheerful sound like Zerobaseone's In Bloom and also NewJeans' own Super Shy. The song production is not the only thing responsible for the greatness and the nostalgia trigger of this song. I also have to highlight the top line, the songwriting, the melodies. If you did not know, the Black Skirts, the band, had a part in writing this song alongside NewJeans' eldest, Minji, and then the other writers, Yilfad Dimberg and Woo-hyo. The thing is, the Black Skirts is also known for their nostalgic sound. I think one of their songs also went viral on TikTok some time ago, and also, I must highlight Honey's tone on this song. It's so perfect. So, the crew behind this song is just low-key a match made in heaven. This song is in my opinion, one of the best songs, if not the best song to ever come out of modern K-pop. Now, to find songs that sound exactly like Ditto, I feel like my song recommendations will result into just less than 3 songs. Finding a song that specifically has an ethereal atmosphere with uncommon breakbeat rhythms is like pretty impossible. As I said earlier, Ditto is low-key a one-of-a-kind song. Like 250's production on that beat, that breakbeat, it just cannot be replicated. I don't know. So I'm also gonna add songs that only have bits and pieces of Ditto's production elements. I hope it'll be alright with you. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Tell me, is it real? Is it real? Deep down I need you more. You know. 차오른 맘이 불꽃처럼 사방으로 전부 그런 생각에 가끔 난 활짝 웃을 때 너를私は信じてきたその扉を開く私の隣に
I hope I did justice. I don't know. This is my first ever video essay. But yeah, I just love the song, man. I don't know. So also, by the way, I'm gonna close this by a fun fact. If you did not know, I'm sorry to break it to you, But most of the VHS scenes on the Ditto music video were done in post-production, meaning they used professional cameras and not the camcorder. So they just took all the videos with professional cameras and then they edited it in, I don't know, Premiere Pro, I don't know. The filter, the VHS filter, the glitches, the grain, everything was done in post, from what I know. So, thank you so much for watching. If you made it here, see you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.